this letter for my summer school extra credit.
Dear America, there's nothing on TV, so my mom said I should write you a letter.
Dear America, I'm writing to tell you that I miss my dad.
I enjoy writing letters, expressing my feelings, and, oh, by the way, I get great grades.
I stink at letters, but you can only watch so many reruns of SpongeBob, right?
Since Dad isn't here, letters are about the only way to talk to him.
First, let me compliment you on your illustrious history. From the humble beginnings in Philadelphia, you have matured into a very impressive nation. Your experiment in democracy has now thrived for 235 years.
So how's life, big guy? How are the neighbors? Canada and Mexico doing okay? I gotta admit, you got some pretty sweet geography. Some awesome national parks, the oceans, the Great Lakes, Rocky Mountains, the Redwood Forest, even glaciers and volcanoes. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I watch Discovery Channel.
I know Dad loves me and Mom, but he's always had a special place in his heart for you. He used to tell me stories about people who gave everything because they loved you. The 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence who pledged their sacred honor. The greatest generation during World War II. The veterans from Vietnam and Desert Storm. He told me a lot about the true price of freedom.
You have a most impressive legacy. Over the years, you withstood the fury of racial tension and prejudice with heroes like Frederick Douglass, Martin Luther King Jr., and even Jackie Robinson. And you've also seen major advances in women's rights, which makes me glad, because one day I hope to be the first American woman president.
I gotta admit though, your politics are kind of strange. They call them Republican and Democratic parties. Well, I saw C-SPAN the other day, and that's the lamest party ever. Where were the balloons, the cake, and the DJ? Well, if the Terminator can become governor, then I guess SpongeBob can become president.
Your artists have inspired us to dream of wonderful possibilities and express our devotion to you, musicians, poets, actors, entertainers, like John Philip Sousa, Paul Robeson, George Gershwin, Bob Hope, Ray Charles, Lucille Ball, Johnny Cash.
I was watching PBS the other day, which stands for pretty boring stuff. But I actually saw something cool. A special on inventions that help make America great, like the light bulb, the telephone, Model T Ford, the airplane, television, rockets that take men to the moon, personal computers, video games, cell phones, and iPods. Oh, and don't forget cornflakes, the zipper, Post-it notes, and Mr. Potato Head.
Dad always said that he'd do anything for our family, but then, after 9/11, he went to the army and went to Iraq, and that made me mad. Why does he love you more than he loves me? How could he go away and risk his life for some war I don't even understand? Doesn't he know I'm gonna need him in a few years? Who's gonna teach me to drive? Who's gonna teach me to balance my own checkbook? Who's gonna walk me down the aisle at my wedding?
Perhaps your greatest quality is something intangible, your people's reverence for God. From the faith of our founding fathers, to the God-fearing presidents, to great Christian leaders like Billy Graham, we have learned over and over again that God blesses and preserves a country that seeks his direction.
Why did you take him from me? There are millions of others who can do the job. What if he doesn't come home? What if he gets wounded?
On the History Channel, I learned how words have helped heal the pain in our land and bring unity. Words from our leaders like, all men are created equal, 7 years ago. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And the words from Martin Luther King, I have a dream.
Dad told me about Hitler and the Holocaust and communist oppression. I've seen pictures of Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden as the curse to you and our freedom. So I guess I'm starting to realize why Dad went to go defend you. It was really his way of showing his love for me.
Some old-timers think you're going down the tubes, but I think you got a pretty bright future. Who knows? With any luck, I might be the guy who discovers a cure for cancer.
You have been an inspiration to the world through your leadership and your pursuit of freedom.
I'm proud that my dad is willing to go defend such a great nation. God bless America.
Sincerely, your children.